Good evening, folks. Everybody went quiet when we went live. That's disappointing. Always enjoy when we get caught out. It was a great conversation before we went live. That's okay. Hi, everyone.
We don't want to get invaded.
Yeah, that's it. Look, I don't need this wobbly player syndrome. It is episode 48. Would you believe episode 48? 4 years we've been doing this, and you're still listening to us.
Fools.
We didn't want to say that loud because I'd probably sign off, but yeah. Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much. Do you like the new little icon there? Did you see the icon pop up? Come on. There goes a Val for the subscription renewing for 16 months. 4 more years. Yes.
Mine as well, hey?
Let's see what you get. Yeah. So I try to mix it up. There's some new things. While they're working it out.
How do I just subscribe with a tier 1?
No,
There
Twitch.
you go. Let's go 15 months. We're going to 15-month streak. Woohoo! Gift train. Hype train is close. Oh, well. I don't know what needs to be done for that, but that's okay. Right. Back to what we're here for.
We're here for something? Isn't this just distractions?
Yeah. We've got a button in all our meetings at work now, a tangent button, so people can press it when it goes off a bit. Anyway, I'm Greg. How you going? Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Greg.
Hi,
We've got
Nice
4
to
of us
meet
here
you, Greg.
tonight. Thanks. We have, who looks far too relaxed in the front living room there. That's Adam.
Waking
Adam,
up.
that's you. That's you.
Yes, I know.
It's the new purple
Oh, the
wiggle.
camera's gone off. Have we got Radio Mike?
Hey.
And look who that is. That's right. We ditched the other Mark. It was too safe. We brought back not safe for work Mark.
You can tell the people who are newlyweds, they're actually devoted to
Yes,
guys.
it is
Oh, well.
Valentine's Day. So, yeah. Yeah. What else do you do on Valentine's Day when you've got kids? That's right. Anything else?
Talking about hobbies.
It's fine. So we thought because it is Valentine's, we'd be going down the line of everybody. 1, 2, 3.
What's love
got to do with it?
I can't sing.
There we go. That'll work.
There we go. So yes, this episode is called "What's Love Got to Do with It," and we'll be
Oh,
looking
sorry,
at.
people.
Not only will we be looking at what we love about 40k and why we keep coming back after they do everything they do to us. We keep coming back. We'll also talk about some of the rules or law or things like that that we really enjoy, which is probably why we come back as well. There might be a little, to balance it out, there might be a little hate in there too, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out. There's no rage when you talk about Games Workshop, ever.
All's fair in love and war, right?
That's right.
Or is it all's fair in love and Warhammer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
it's
the
not
Dark
right.
Millennium, there is only war and peace. What? No, it makes no sense. So, let's get
There's only
started.
war.
There's only war. Let's get started. Let's start off with new releases, Radio Mike. What new releases?
Well, I've had a shocker, but I don't know if I've missed anything in here, but I believe we got the Grand Tournament pack for Warzone Nachmund, and
pre-order, I
the
believe.
new
Pre-order.
Unitorium Field Manual have gone up for pre-order.
Yeah.
The Underhive sector was on the last pre-order, which I
With the
was pretty stoked
Corsairs,
for.
isn't it?
I don't think the Corsairs have gone up yet, have they? Weren't they just announced?
Oh, I thought they were in the new Kill Team box.
I didn't think the new Kill Team box had been like
No,
And I just realised you
Corsairs.
said...
not for sale yet, is it?
Yeah, you didn't say Kill Team. I just realised that. It's all right. I use both these sometimes.
No, it's cool. Because yeah, that's going to be the Kill Team Nachmund box. Yeah, when that comes out in the
Yeah.
future. Last I saw, they were still pushing the who's going to be on the other side against the Corsairs thing. So that won't come out for a little while, I assume. But we had the Underhive sector. There's been a bunch of Warcry stuff, which I won't go through.
Thank you.
We had Eldritch Omens with all of the cool new models for the Eldar, and
Ah,
I think there
yes.
was even new Chaos
Yes.
models in there, wasn't there?
New Warpsmith.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had everyone's favorite, Codex Tau.
Yes.
Clippy clop.
We got
Move
Dark
on, move
Striders,
on.
Ethereals, Combat Patrol Tau, Tau Dice, Tau Cards.
Tau Pain.
Tau Tau.
Yeah. Warzone Nachmund, Vigilus Alone, Crusade
Yeah.
Mission Pack, There was that new Space Marine captain in Gravis armor who looks really cool.
He does.
I need to get that guy, actually. I haven't bought him yet. There's a new Primaris Ancient as well, who I'm probably not going to get because I don't need 2 of them. And there was the Order of the Bloody Dice. Bloody Rose dice set.
Say, what?
Bloody
The Order of the Bloody Dice!
I tell you, that's what I was screaming over the weekend.
It's just a bunch of sisters clustered around a table.
Oh, no.
The new Spike magazine almanac came out, but no one except me cares about Blood Bowl.
I love
There was a new Joy Toy, the Invicta tactical warsuit action figure, which I was a bit surprised by.
I did see that too, and okay.
Yeah,
Like,
that's impressive.
Okay, sure, why not? That one kind of tempts me because I'm like, oh, it's the fucking Dreadnought action figure.
I want to note it. I was not first swear.
Is the first swear ever not me though?
No, that's why we give you the first bit of the show, right?
Yeah, it does tend to happen that way. I think that's kind of it. Have I missed anything? Because I wouldn't be surprised. It's been a bit of a hellish month.
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
No, I don't think so, because not much caught my attention. The new 2022 Grand Tournament. Well, everyone, if you go online, and everyone that we know, we follow, they've already reviewed it, every line of it. So, if you don't know much about it at the point right now, you're not playing 40k, clearly.
I'll get up and leave then.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking at Mark then.
Whoopsies. I got distracted, alright? I got toys. I got new toys.
It's all good. All good. It's fine. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I would like to see the book and get more details on, when they're doing reviews and stuff. It's only brief pros and cons. We can kind of see if it actually makes any sense.
Yeah,
But-
the secondaries and the primaries seem interesting now, and the new objective
Yes.
missions.
So if you have been living under a rock, Mark, they are changing some of the secondaries, so they'll actually have ones that will suit gun lines as well. And it'll,
Oh, goody!
yeah, the town need that. And they'll actually tidy them up so there's none of those double dipping. That's what you were telling me earlier, Adam, I believe. Trying to remove the double dip on some secondaries.
I did see something posted today when someone was reading it, and it was just like something explaining something about minimising double dipping.
Oh, and Rod. I believe Rod is completely different or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what everyone
Rod?
said. Retrieve Octavius data. Octavius? Yeah. whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
The retrieve the data one. I'm
Yeah.
like, rod?
Yeah.
The inanimate carbon rod?
Yes.
Our
You're just
hero?
going to grab it, go over to the warlord, and shove it. He says he can
Right
jump.
in his pouch.
So that,
Yes.
I'm going to stick my thumb right up his...
Right in his pouch.
Yes. See?
It's
Behave.
not me going offline
And-
for once. It's good to know.
And if that does work, you wound on 3, 4s, and 5s.
It has impale as a special rule.
Yeah, no invulnerable save there.
Go with lube, go without lube.
Is it in yet? Sorry.
Valentine's Day.
I have a feeling my headset's going flat. That is awesome. It's made a couple of noises so far, so I'm stoked about that.
Good time.
Yeah. Scrambling for a cable. I know
Scramble
it's
for a
here somewhere.
cable.
So, we'll move into something else while I scramble, shall I? Hang on, I'm the one controlling all the buttons though. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, so we're going to talk about hobby progress, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, who's up first? That looks like Adam. Good.
Hey, me. And
Hey, go Adam.
Oh yeah, so over Christmas, I started the new year. I started with my Chaos Terminators, and I went for a bit crazy with the Blood of the Blood God. There's 3 of them together. Then I came home and I did my Helldrake. That's one's been sitting in the cupboard for a while, collecting dust.
No, that feeling.
Yeah, but it was like 2 weekends of work, and I used the metal filler from Green Stuff World. Obviously, the Chaos Lord riding a Seeker was another one.
That's what that is.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
obviously
man.
the 2 didn't make it. My 2 towers didn't make it because he's just, I don't know what he's done. Apparently, we've gone to the start again.
Yeah,
Now we're
I
gonna-
don't know what I did there either. It's good. We're back.
We're back.
So,
Nobody panic.
Chaos Terminators, they actually came out quite good.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Yeah. And the last ones are, because obviously the new codex came out, I don't know if the Mr. Towers came in.
Yeah,
but
they're on
the
there.
Tower.
They'll turn up.
I was really impressed with the Helldrake. However, now the cat's knocked over the Helldrake and he's in two pieces.
Oh no! The cat or the Helldrake?
Well, no, the Helldrake. The wings came off, and then the last two was like a Riptide and some stealth suits.
That's how not turning up.
No, so they mustn't exist.
Yeah, that's a shame. It wasn't delivered a promise. Interesting. They should be working, but that's okay.
That's all right.
We forgive
half
you
finished.
this one.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I was really concerned.
Yeah,
Magic.
it's someone else now, isn't it?
I just got them up there too. It's all good. That's fine. We can go back to it.
So I
Now
tried.
doesn't wanna move it all.
With the stealth suits, I tried a little bit with shading just to make them look like they're crying. Of the tears of my enemies.
Yeah, that's more like it. I've played against them twice now, and yeah, we'll get to that. That doesn't want to work, I think. It's awesome.
Nah, it's alright.
That's good. That's fine. We don't want to see him anyway.
No.
And for the next picture, hopefully it's him. No. Moving on. Oh, it's me. Good. Yeah, I wanted to do one anyway. Alright, so I have been painting, and I've still got some bases to finish on most models I've been painting at the moment, but I have finished off the Thousand Sun Sorcerer there, the Eternal Master, and some Cultists. I finally finished the Cultists, and I've started and finished that Librarian there as well. It was funny painting the Librarian. I think I'm just over painting Salamanders. I really couldn't get invested while I was painting it. Even if it was blue, I still couldn't get invested in it. That's crazy. So I think I need a big break from Salamanders. But I'm really happy how the Infernal Master turned out. I'm happy that the new colours that I'm using, instead of greens, got some nice blues. I know it's traditional blue yellow that the Thousand Suns are, but I'm enjoying it. I hate painting metal. But, you get that?
I don't mind metal.
Well, somebody reminded me, it used to be we hate painting plastic and we love painting metal, and it just seems funny how it's gone the other way now. So, yeah. But, yeah. I think when back then the plastic wasn't exactly great either at the time. So, yeah. But, yeah, having fun with that. Going slower than I thought with my painting, but we'll get there. Oh, I've been challenged by my Twitch viewers to paint marble bases for the Thousand Suns.
Oof.
Oh,
That sounds fun.
So I have
that's
found a quick way of doing it. So we shall see.
3D
if that
printing with a
quick
watch?
way will actually work. It's using dried, disinfected cloths. Dry them out, stretch them, airbrush through it, and lay it. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I've done. I can show you so far. I've done one coat so far. Look at that. Look at that. See, there's the gold. Look, it stands out so beautifully. Yeah.
I was wondering what that was when you were showing it on Thursday.
Yeah, and next will be the white over the top of that. So hopefully the gold will come through and the black will come through a little bit as well. And then I'll put a varnish over it. That's all I'm doing because, ouch, marble. Thanks, folks. Right, what have we got next? Oh, looks like some green marines. They're not mine.
Oh, salamanders.
Me.
No, different green. The
So,
chaos ones.
I'm trying to remember how far I was last time. I think, did I finish painting the heavy intercessors? So yeah, I finished painting off the heavy intercessors and the Gravest Captain. And since I still had a whole pile of time before the end of the month, I started painting Primaris Apothecary. I haven't painted something that was like white for a long time. I was kind of trying to brain how to paint that. And I think it came out okay. And I've started painting an Assault
lost
Intercessor
it.
squad this month.
You're still with us? No, it does look like he's frozen out. We've lost Mark.
Yes, he's frozen.
Oh, you can still see me or hear me? Or...
Yeah, you're all
No,
good.
that's
We've
Mark.
just lost Mark.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, just trying to frickin' get back on track because I've got to paint 10 Assault Intercessors this month, and I've kind of almost done one.
Ouch.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Halfway
Yeah,
through
it
the
had a
month.
meltdown.
been a shitty month.
Yeah, but the Apothecary looks really good. I like it.
Mm.
I was quite impressed. Maybe it's because it's not that dark green. I thought that's why it was good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, white's come out nice. All right, you're just in time to talk about your Necrons.
My astoundingly huge amount of progress that I planned to do and did not get around to doing. Yeah, unfortunately not as much excitement as the other gents, but have managed to get one of the Scorpec Lords from the Necron Royal Court playing around. That one I stayed with traditional colours, trying to actually see if I could do one of the traditional colours I liked it. I hated it, not as crazy as me, but I did have some fun with the basing. So you've got me inspired with basings there, Greg. Normally don't give a damn, but I'm actually looking into it now. The one that I've really had fun with, though, was the Psychomancer. And I was using that colour change paint that I was talking about the last time I was on. And it really came up quite nicely on the Psychomancer. For anyone who's actually knows the figure with that really weird crystalline blue face that's on the front of it, it just picks it up. It does the front of the face really well. I'm actually pretty happy with it. So unusual for me to say that I'm actually pretty happy with one of my figures. Hopefully it comes up all right in the stream.
Yeah, you can see because we got one with the flash and one without the flash on that one. You can actually see the colour changing.
Apologies for the shit quality on the photos on the scrambled. So yeah, but the colour change I thought really worked well with that. So it's well within the nature of the photo. And the other one is the Admech Ironstrider. So that one I have been working on for, if I look at it, I've been working on that one piece for close to 9 months. Just tweaking little bits here, there, and there. Because I really wanted, and you can't see it in the photos because I said they're shit photos, I wanted to make it look rusty. And instead of just getting a cheap, nasty one-off with one of the rust paints, I actually tried to age it with certain colours, mixing and so on. And it come up pretty well.
Okay.
So that was a long piece of work.
Yeah. Nice.
I'll try to get on the one of the other feeds some better photos of them. So if anyone really is interested, they can check them out later. But that's it because I've been too busy playing with other toys that I've got.
Fair enough. I had Anthony's all lined up too, but apparently
he's far too important.
Far too important. Well, he's not here. We'll go with that. He couldn't make it tonight. He did send me a message late that he couldn't make it. So we can talk about him. Yeah, he'll be fine. All right, so that's our hobby progress. How is the war on grey plastic going, Michael, overall?
I've done pretty well. Like, I smashed out that first month. I got, 2 bonus figures done. Wow. It's not looking great this month, although if I knuckle down, I reckon I can do it. I've basically finished 1. I've got most of the colours on 4, and then I've got another 5 guys to do before the end of the month. But they're really basic, 'cause they're just Assault Intercessors. Once I knuckle down and start painting them, they'll go by really quickly. I just have to frickin' do it.
Okay, so the idea of
I know that feeling.
Sorry, war on grey plastic is complete 1 unit per month.
Paint 1 unit of minimum, at least minimum legal size for the unit.
Yeah.
These guys could be a 5-man squad, but they're a 10-man squad. So I mean, if I get 5 done, I could argue I did it.
Yeah. You have to play a command point
10 this month.
Spend a command point to separate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. So yeah, cool. If that's the case, then I'm in front because I've done 4. 3 of them are individual models, but that still counts.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I did 2 individual models in the first month. So
I've done 1,500 points. Does that count?
Shut up, you.
Well, next month is probably going to be an easy one for me because I've actually got a black squad.
Yeah.
And a chaplain, so that'll be 4 guys.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. So that'll be nice.
I've done nearly a complete Nighthaunt force, but that's the other system, so I'm not allowed to talk about that.
No, you're not. We told you before, if you want to come back on. Alright, battle reports. The new Tower book is out, but we're not talking about that battle first. The long-awaited Salamander versus Blood Angels that Anthony and I were trying to organise for so long. It was meant to be before Christmas, it was before New Year's, and just, life events got in the way. We finally had it. It went from a 2,000 point army to a 2,500 to a 3,000 to 4,500. No, I think it was 4,500 points in the end. Each army. It was a big day. Let's go with that. It was a big day.
That's almost a decent apocalypse game.
I know. If I knew we were going to that point, I would have said, "Let's play Apocalypse, please." It was a lot of fun. It was brutal. There was a lot of violence. Not that we condone it unless it's on the tabletop. And it was good fun. Unfortunately, it was not a good day for the Salamanders. Just could not get the secondaries, and that's what hurt. I just couldn't get to those secondaries. I've noticed a trend so far. I'm not doing well on secondaries. I do have, out of my 3 games this year, 3 losses.
So what you're saying is I need to show up and play you.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great if you could. But no, it was a great game, and we'll do it again next year, of course. It's a traditional green versus red, so it was a lot of fun. What's the next battle report that's going to come up? The one that I want to talk about. I did play against Tau twice. This is the Tau versus Death Guard. I'll let Adam talk about this one.
No, that was the one we did the other day.
Yeah.
Don't you mean Tal vs. Astra
Death Guard.
Militarum?
No, this is the Death Guard one. We don't have any
is it?
photos of the Catachan. I burnt all them.
Oh, so we don't mention that one. We don't mention the
Excerpt
one.
doesn't exist.
So the first game I had against the Tau, I asked my viewers what force I should take, and everyone 100% vote said Catachan. So
Yes, me
said,
too.
Screwed you over.
pricks. So I took the Catachan, who are a fairly broken army, versus brand new Codex, and what do you know? It was a bloody day for the Catachan.
Turn one, Paul Greg's gone. Yeah.
That devilfish, no, not devilfish, that hammerhead
Hammerhead.
takes out a Lehman Russ in one shot. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Fucking railgun.
Yeah, but it's not just that. They've all got railguns.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Yep.
about
Yes.
that later. So this is the Death Guard army. I thought, right, I'll play Death Guard. I don't know, usually not a broken book. Let's see how it goes. Adam.
Not broken yet.
This one here was actually on my side, because please note that this Tau army, I have not customized it. I have not put any thought into it. It's whatever I had painted. So seriously, there was no thought to it. I was really worried about going into the Death Guard army because of -1, to the wounds, and every time I've gone up against Greg's Death Guard, I've always been smashed. So I then went in and I used my Devilfish, and I almost did a Alpha Strike to him and tied up one of his Poxwalker squads practically straight away. And turn 1, I was straight into his deployment zone, and poor Greg was like, yeah, okay. And then I took out his 2 Blight drones turn 1. So turn 1 I took out 3 units straight away. Turn 2, 3 units again. All his vehicles were gone.
First turn was 2 Blight drones and a Blight Hauler. Gone. Off the table.
Dang. That's nasty.
Poor turn 1 on Greg's side was, to mine, I think, half a squad.
Shut up. It was brutal. Yeah.
Wow.
And because the Sept, or the chapter that I picked with them, was anything with a battle suit all vehicle that Greg hit targeted that had a strength 7 or below weapon, you would lose 1 strength. So 7 became a 6. Yeah,
so bolters became strength 3 versus.
Yeah, it was real
vehicles
happy with that in the
7.
conversations he had with me. Let me tell you, Adam.
Yeah. So
Real happy.
Practically everything he was hitting me, even the battle suit infantry, it was like hitting me with 5 and 6s. So
it had to be 6s to hit
really
your
hard.
vehicles. They had to wound on 6s with bolters.
Yeah. So it was look.
Oh, don't forget, I finally got the Lord of Contagion to battle. I went, yes, here we go, 5 attacks. All right, hit you with a cleave, so it is -1. 3 to hit, you're dead. 5 2s.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
It was not pretty. But we got to a point that we had to go because it was off to a mandate with Mark, apparently. Yeah. And we worked it out, sort of going, all right, so the best possible score could be this. I did have I had all of my Death Guard Marines actually on the table. Just no more vehicles. The Poxwalkers was one unit was still there, but that's it. It was all infantry, all on one side of the table, and he was all on the other side of the table. So going, okay, it's going to be, it's one interesting thing about the tower is that you can only get your secondaries in the first 3 turns.
If I choose the ones from the book.
Yeah.
Or I choose it in the last 3 turns.
Yeah. So that makes it interesting. So he had to kill vehicles, but he only had 3 turns to do it to be able to earn points. If he didn't kill it in the 4th turn, he wouldn't get the points for it.
Yes. So, it's more like if I go for the one side, the Mont car, it's turn 1, 2, and 3. Bam, straight in. Or the other one, which is 3, 4, and 5, which is more a stationary melee side. So, do I want to do the first
no one
big
does
hit?
it.
Everyone,
cow. Yeah, everyone's going to do that.
Yeah. If you do it full crew.
They're not that bad because when you get engagement range, battle suits can fire into engagement range.
Yeah, without penalty.
Nice. Without penalty. So the burst cannons are assault 6, 2 of them, assault 12, straight into melee. So, and that's normal firing.
Yeah, but they have to not get punched to death to do that.
5 2s.
Yeah.
Oh, and
by
also
the time they get in there,
failed 4 charges as well in 1 turn, so that's awesome.
Oh, you failing charges though is perfectly normal. Remember you trying to charge my grav tank?
I always fail charges. Shut up.
But also within that, if you spend like 10 points or something like that, the squad gets a free, or the battle suit gets a free Overwatch. It's a command point 0 Overwatch, and it overwatches on 5s.
But
so you sit back
they do lose all 4 of the better good or whatever it was.
Yeah, the greater good.
The greater good. Only 1 unit can still do Overwatch, not every unit.
Yeah.
That's all right then.
Yeah, but when it's 5s, or it's a flamer.
But then when you've got, you cross this battle suit come in, your commander in a cold suit come in, and he's got if you fail your first saving throw, it automatically goes down to 0.
Yeah.
He's got a 2+ with a 4 in Von. He's almost a melee dealing, and then he hits you with strength 9 weapons in melee.
Wow.
Yeah,
so he's a gun line in melee.
Yeah, it's a moving gun line too. Like they're in your deployment zone because they're battle suits and stuff like that. So I do think they will be a meta army for quite some time. It'd be interesting to see if any FAQs come out, because I got that weird one stratagem. I think it was only one. No, it wasn't even a stratagem, was it? 1 point?
Yeah, it was a stratagem.
1 point stratagem, which reduces damage to 1, not by 1.
Yeah, but within that, I've got to practically call it straight away before you allocate the shot.
Yeah. It's. I think you're okay.
It's still enough to be dangerous, even if you get it in quickly.
Yeah, if you know there's a bloody multi-melter nearby, you're going to be playing at 1 command point.
Yeah.
1 command point, the Fire Warriors, so your strike team, is hitting at 36 inches. 1 command point makes it a Assault 2 weapon.
Wow. Yeah.
So you
guys need to play him, please, so I know it's just not me who suck. That is our regular side of things. So you still want to break?
Marker Light's a lot better as well.
Oh yeah.
How many points is a Reaver Battle Titan in ninth now?
I was actually mentioning on the way home from martial arts. We said I would like to see what they'd do against a knight army. We better get
they'd probably wreck it, man, because they've got so many big hitting guns, and knights you don't have many models.
Yeah.
Yeah, but turn 1, I'd take a model out, right? Everything goes into that. And then
the only good thing about the Hammerhead Railgun, it is a heavy 1.
Yeah.
And needs line of sight, as opposed to some of the other weapons they have.
But strength 8, 9 weapons, it's not a -1 to strength, so yeah.
Yeah, I gotta work out how to beat them. It's gonna be fun. It's good. Alright, that's our regular stuff. We'll do a short break and then we'll get into the topic of the time, which is ready on count of 3. 1 and 2 and 3.
What's love
got to do with it?
Sorry, folks.
We are Rollers, and we have the games for you. Be it board games, card games, dice games, or party games. You name it, and we have it. Find us online at rollersboardgames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at rollersboardgames.
From acoustic to distortion, Storyboard Concept is music that's honest, relaxing, and full ball rockin' music. Follow Colin at storyboardconcept.bandcamp.com. And we are back. Hope you enjoyed those adverts. They're exciting, thrilling, and woohoo! What an adventure. Today, it's all about... It is Valentine's Day as we're recording this. So what if we're in a darkened room on our own? That's fine.
Separate from everyone.
That's what Valentine's all about, right? Just get out of the way.
Just four guys with their hands out of line of sight from the table, just spending some quality time together.
And the laptop rocking.
Oh, God.
Now, where is it, the
Now I'm
comfy
worried.
chair? Yeah.
Now I'm really worried.
Yeah, we might just sit like this. Yeah. Alright, so what has love got to do with it? We're going to have a quick look, not a quick look, we're going to have a look at Warhammer 40k itself. Why do we keep coming back to it? Why have we been playing? We've been playing, some of us experienced Rogue Trader. We had small breaks. You know, we were on a break. But we've come back and we're still playing. Sometimes we rant and rave and anger about 40k and Games Workshop, but we're still here. So I'm going to say, why? Why are we still here?
Well, let's first of all see how long some of us have been here for. I came in on 7th. When did you start?
Rogue Trader. I started Rogue Trader, but I took a break at 4th and came back at the end of 7th.
Adam?
My mate got me in when I was living in Darwin about 2001.
So what would that be? Anyone?
I think it was close to 4th or something like that.
Mikey?
I've been playing Unbroken since 1993.
So that's either a real hard addiction, folks, or he just doesn't know when to quit.
Well, we've seen his model collection, so I think it's the latter.
I clearly don't know when to quit.
Yeah, fair
Good
enough.
range. So, who ended up being the newest of the group?
Me.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because I remember cursing you and Anthony after many conversations. I finally decided to trundle up to the Belco Games Workshop store and bought a set of Death Marks for Necrons.
Well, there you go.
That was my first one, and the thing that got me in the Necrons is actually the part of it that I really do like about the game. That's the lore.
Yeah.
While I don't have the depth of knowledge across all the factions that say Mike has or you have, Greg, or I've heard Anto and others spiral off on about, I do know my Cron stuff, and it's that lore. It's that mix between, was it skeleton Egyptian robots, hidden masters off in the depths of space? It's like that just hit all the dings for me, and that really got my attention. And it was that that initial, oh shit, that's really cool, that got me going.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Everyone remembers their first model bought, don't they? Michael, do you remember your first?
I got a box of old school Warhammer skeletons, the old ones. That,
Oh wow, I remember the
really,
ones.
yeah, they
Don't
used to come
touch,
in
they break.
skeleton hordes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thin and flimsy. Man, if Necrons had been a thing back then, I think they would have been my first 40k army, because I was really into the undead.
Yeah.
And then I went to 40k.
Adam, your first?
And instead I went space vampires.
Mine started being Warhammer Fantasy. It was Chaos Dwarves.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah. And
Someone
then,
did buy him.
Chaos Space Marines, the Khorne Berserkers, were my first 40k one.
Very good.
Yeah.
I played a lot of D&D and fantasy games, so my first one, after being talked into it, played 40k, it was Squats. Squat heavy weapons team.
What the hell's that?
That's a squat. It's a dwarf. Space
Thank you.
dwarf.
Space Dwarf. Gotcha.
Space dwarf. Squat. So, yeah. That was my first. It was a blister pack at the Games Cupboard in Woden.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you've just reminded me I actually did have an earlier contact with the GW World when I had Talisman 2nd Edition board game. I had the Timescapes extra board, which had a whole bunch of stuff from the 40k world. So just a little bit of a brain remember there.
Yeah.
Good old Talisman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Technically, I played Hero Quest to Space Crusade first.
Yeah, we don't. Okay,
that
don't
one
complicate it. Don't complicate it. Yeah. But yeah, I had a fantasy army as well. Blood Bowl, definitely, and stuff. But,
Good old Blood Bowl.
But yeah, it was the squats because it was dwarves. So like, yeah, look, dwarves with the big las cannon on their shoulder. That's awesome.
What if dwarves, but on Harleys?
Yeah, they were cool. The trikes were awesome. But then the orcs were the first army I did because they were just insane with this craziness, the unpredictability. It was awesome. Why am I still playing? After playing against Tau twice, I don't know anymore. But I think it's one of the things. It's the challenge. The game is the challenge as well. Like, I've been beaten by Tau when I've used 2 armies, so now my challenge is how do I beat that? So for me, it's trying to work out how do I use what I've got to counteract that, because it's a hard army, and I really enjoy that. It's that, for me, it's that, you know, strategy thinking. Even though when you watch me play, you wouldn't think I'm very strategic. But, yeah.
All I know is next time I play Greg, he's going to be asking me to use his dice, and he wants to use my dice.
Yes. Oh my God,
when he starts wanting to use my dice, then you're in trouble.
Oh no, 5s and 6s all weekend.
I think the worst thing about the Tau 6, it's white die with a really bright red, and it's just in your face. I fucked you. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Keep coming.
I was going to say, why I keep playing, yes, I don't play anywhere near as much as some of you guys do. I don't really have a solid reason for it. Like, yes, I'm addicted to the crack. The joke that we made earlier on is I'm going to use some of this phenomenally expensive plastic that I've bought. One day I'm going to get it all out there, and that's my goal. But I don't know, for me, it's just going out, shooting the shit, having some fun, playing with toys that I'm socially allowed to play with as a grumpy old man. So I think that's the big one for me. Yeah, grumpy old man, I'm allowed to play a game.
Yeah, that's very true. The social part of the game is very good. I don't play tournaments. I'm not that competitive unless I'm losing. It's a good time. We can have a beer while playing and stuff. But, and look, I now do this Twitch streaming thing, and I really enjoy that. It's given me invigorated the hobby for me as well. The painting side of it, for example. I've always been a player that painted down lower and a lore really down low. But since coming on and doing Twitch for a while now, actually, it's paintings. I'm loving the painting, loving the interaction with the community, and I'm learning more about the lore. I've never been strong with lore, Mark, but thank you for the thought.
It's comparison to me. Hey, there you go. Everyone's a rocket scientist.
It is funny. Some people you think who know, and you go, "Why is that green? What is that? Why is that salamander librarian blue? Because librarians are blue.
Librarians are blue.
Yeah.
There we go. I've learned something. Yeah. Successful stream.
And chaplains are black, and apothecaries are white. Yeah.
Because of the dictates of the Codex Astartes, that they shall be indicated in a special colour.
Yeah.
I'll go pew pew, so the Necrons.
All right, Michael. It sounds like you've been one of the oldest ones around here. Not old as in age, but Sodger, you can be out.
Yeah, I've been playing it's going to be 30 years next year. So a while, and yeah, I just I like the universe so much, and the models are so much fun to build and convert and paint. Like the amount that I play really comes and goes, and I've actually only really gotten hard on the painting in the last couple of years. Before that, I was always I just owned piles of undercoated or grey models. Yeah. But yeah, it's just the lore and the cool models and the talking to people, just hanging out, chatting shit about lore crap. The number of times that I'll just hang out at Nathan's and we drink piss and we argue about the history of the Imperium and whether the Dark Angels were really traitors or not, or just shit like that.
Oh, wow.
The answer is yes. Yeah.
That's a lot in the fandom than I'm willing to go.
No, I'm quite happy to have a few beers and complain about Tau. I'm happy to do that, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the state of being, man.
I think Nathan's not happy with me going with Tau.
Oh man, yeah, he hates Tau even more than I do, man.
I took that from the photo. No, Adam, no. Oh, no.
Dear God, no.
It's good to have an active Tau player back in the group, though. It is good. I like seeing different, and that's the other part of it, different factions. Seeing different people play different ways and stuff like that.
And the way that different people play the same factions as well makes it a little bit more fun.
Yeah. We even let Ultramoon players join us. It's fine.
No.
But yeah, like I just kind of like that kind of unique vibe that the 40k universe has, where it's like it's very dark. There's a lot of bad shit happening, but it also gets kind of comedic sometimes, and some of it is like it's just like grim to the point of comedic parody sometimes, just dumb shit, and it's just fun like that sometimes. It's like, you know, the over the top metal song of games, as far as the lore goes.
I like it. Adam.
So when I first got in, obviously there was more of the social thing. My mate and myself just wanted to play together and stuff like that. It's the adult interaction for me, and playing, and you know, as what we said, just talking crap and just playing for fun. I am not a all-in win. It's just, hey, if I win, hey, I have fun. It's more of, I could lose every single game and still have
I just
fun.
wanted to point out his first win last week when I was playing guard. Couldn't shut him up. You know, it was just amazing. Then he got the second one. I had to kick him out. That was it. I'm done. I'm not one to brag.
I went home to my son and said, "Guess who won?" And he goes, "Greg." And I went, "No, I did."
Yeah.
So, but even if I lose, I still have fun. I learn. Because I'm not a lore player, I'm not a painter. It's the two things which I really hate. But I like having fun.
Yeah.
You know, one of my orcs armies, I love playing the orc army because I could just do dumb shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, you sit back and laugh at it. That's I like the social stuff.
Yeah.
It's the human interaction.
Yeah. Even when I'm
And
crying on the floor in a corner.
When you consider a lot of the stuff that people do nowadays isn't that social interaction. It is one-on-one entertainment, doing a game of some sort, or whatever you're doing in the home. I can see where you're coming from, that social side of it. It's just not much that old farts our age get to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, certain time. Yeah, it makes it difficult. I definitely know, as I said, with my painting, I'm getting more behind it, and there's a bit more pride in my painting now, so I'm really enjoying that. Getting pushed by the viewers as well when I am painting. I notice, I want to try something. That's not going to work. I won't do it until I'm off camera.
And for me, it's just like your, kids say, drive to improve yourself has actually driven me a little bit. And a lot of people would not know that I have some serious nerve damage in my shoulder, which means I can't hold the paintbrushes properly, so I can't do a lot of stuff that other people can. So I have to try and find other techniques. And I found that I'm really good at drawing those fine lines on the sides of weapons and edges. So I use that as a technique. So it's, while I can't do some of the stuff that everyone else can, I do, when I get the chance to paint, I love trying to pick up that new skill, trying to improve the shitty ones that I've got. So I know where you're coming from there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought I had a really good technique when it comes to the traditional paints. But now I'm challenging myself with the airbrush challenge. Even contrast painting is a different way of painting. So,
oh no, you keep that shit.
Good thing about contrast painting. I've actually been planning to paint a Warcry warband at some point, just to experiment with using them as glazes and stuff. Like, I'm probably not going to play Warcry, but one of the warbands, their proper color scheme involves like a crimson glaze of the contrast paint. So I was like, I should try that out.
Yeah. Well, the cultists I finished, they were all contrast because I didn't want to spend any time on them.
No, that's fair.
But they still look good. So
I'll tell you what, Michael, I'm interested in a game of Warcry. One day you and I'll have to organise it.
That's cool. I'll have to build. I have all of the warbands that came out in the first fucking 6 months, but I haven't built any of them.
Oh, that's
Although
all
I
right.
have
I've got
an
enough.
enormous Stormcast army.
Yes, it's Hawaii, and I've got Nighthaunt. So yeah, you and I can organise something one day. But we're not allowed to talk about that because this is 40k.
Well, I've got Undead, Empire, and Dwarves for days as well, but they're even older.
Ooh.
Are you lads right now?
Yeah. Just trying to corrupt some of the listeners.
Alright. We all love the game. We're all coming back. We're all still here. I mean, this is 9th edition. We're still going through. Michael, you would have lived through, was it 5th edition was a really bad one, or was that 6?
Oh, really bad for what? The Dark Angels were fucking abysmal in, I think it was 4th edition, where we had the special rule that sometimes our guys stand there and act like idiots. Like, so stupid.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it was like once it was called like intractable. You had to roll a die if your Dark Angels were within bolt gun range, and if you rolled a 1, they refused to move and they just stood there shooting at things.
I remember you told me that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the shittest rule ever. That was considered our special rule. They became stubborn. They became immune to leadership things while they were standing there, but you really didn't want them to fucking stand still.
Yeah. All right, so that's a good segue. There's been a lot of rule changes over the years.
Yes.
Some we've liked, some we haven't.
Yes.
We're going to get a bit darker from the what's life got to do with it, because we've got to balance it out somehow. Some of the things we've just sort of gone,
things are about to get very dark.
So, yeah, some of the things we sort of go, oh god, thank god that's no longer a thing, or oh god, it's a thing. What have we got? You obviously hated that rule. I just remember the orc. I was disappointed they got rid of the orc rule with they were just that little bit crazy. Might end up actually hitting themselves and wounding themselves. I missed that rule. I thought that was good that they got rid of that. That was disappointing. What else?
One of the absolute golden oldies that I always miss was back in the days of freaking 2nd edition, orcs had no upper limit for the number of models that could be in a transport.
Yeah.
But you had to physically balance the models on the transport, and if they fell off, they took damage based on how far you travelled that turn.
I remember that.
If you were really good at Jenga, you could get away with it.
You could have as many on there as you wanted, but if they fell off, they were probably going to die.
It was awesome.
It was hilarious.
That's funky. I can see that. It would be awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
and because of that rule, I chopped up my war trucks to make them bigger.
Yeah. A lot of people
that doesn't need to be there, but it's supporting an orc on the side.
Yeah, like my mates were building like platforms with paddle pop sticks on the side of their trucks and stuff like that to get more orcs on there.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so some rules, some craziness like that doesn't seem to be in there anymore. They don't. I mean, orcs still have the uniqueness, but they don't have that. They're going to hurt themselves more often than they don't.
It's that balance between having the fun, crazy rules and the serious tournament rules.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like people bitched endlessly when Age of Sigmar first came out with some of the crazy rules they put in there. One of my favorites was Cetra bows to no one. Okay. I think you automatically lost the game if you accidentally knelt down.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you bowed, and therefore Cetra's lost. If Cetra was in your army, you were not allowed to kneel. Ever.
Right.
Okay.
Or you lost.
Someone's on a lot of crack that day, that was written.
Yeah, there was one, if you took Dragon Princes from the High Elves in original Age of Sigmar, you were not allowed to smile. If you ever smiled, you lost a bonus that they had, because they were stern, haughty elves, and so you were not allowed to smile during the game.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Your opposition be just telling you the worst jokes. Come on.
I think it was the Dwarven Longbeards, because they're known as grumblers. They got to move an extra inch or something. If you mumbled when you moved them, you had to complain about things whenever you moved them to get certain bonuses. There was a lot of kooky little rules like that in original Age of Sigmar.
I do like that. That's funny.
Imagine if they brought out a book for tournament players, like 40k tournament players, and for the people that don't want to play tournament but just want to be the kooky stuff, buy this book.
Well,
and you just sit back and you're going, oh, that's going to be awesome.
I think that's a big point, though, isn't it? They got rid of those things to make it tournament playable armies.
Yeah. Just serious the game up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, if you're a tournament player, go for it. But,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, you can always just choose to do
House
dumb
rules.
shit for giggles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you've got... What did you have? 17,000 tower running at me. I had one commissar left. I went, sod it. Charge!
Yep.
Let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
Leroy!
I would make my infantry charge, but I just shot him.
Yeah. I can't do my own morale. You better move it, man.
Don't get me started on morale, because that's one of the ones I don't like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember which version it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll say the 7th or 8th. You failed the morale, you retreated slightly, and you kept retreating, you failed. If you went off the board, then you're gone. Yep. Now, you flee, you're gone. I don't like that.
Well, you lose one, and then you have to roll for
lose.
a die for everyone left in the model, and a roll of
it
one.
makes no sense to me that you lose them. Morale, you retreat. You should be running out of battle. You shouldn't be gone.
It's definitely different. I mean, I think it's a bit better in 9th than it was in 8th, where they've changed it.
Yeah.
Like in 8th, you lost the difference between your roll.
So if you had a leadership of 7
It
and roll
was
12, you lost
7th
5.
one that I liked,
Yeah.
where you retreated and you kept retreating until you got your guts back. But if you kept retreating and fell off the board, then you fell off the edge of the world. I didn't have a problem with that.
No,
There was a
I
really
liked it, but
bad-
it's so hard to do that to Marines, though.
There was a really nasty version of that where you couldn't rally if there was someone within range of you. And you used to escort models off the board.
Yeah.
They could never rally if you stayed within range.
If they
So you
flee
just walked
into
them
you?
off the table.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that, because then someone's actually utilising forces to keep something that they've won to make something happen in effect. Basically, they've gone, boom, you're scared of me, and now I'm going over here. And I don't like it.
They've basically changed it to if you fail your morale, a couple of individual models run away and they just leave the battle.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Which, it's different. I wouldn't say if I think it's worse or better. I think it's roughly similar.
Oh, I don't know if it's worse
because
or
I've got
better. I don't
a
like it.
better chance of breaking someone like Marines in this edition than I did in 7th, because they'd run back and go, hang on, we're Marines, what are we running back for? And just turn around without having to check. Or was that 4th? I can't remember.
Don't know.
This way, they can
Marines
re-roll the morale, but they can still lose almost an entire regiment out of unit, sorry.
See, it doesn't normally affect me that much with Necrons. It's, morale. Yeah, we're all right. We're good.
Yeah, and there's armies that can really aim, like Drakari, one who, if you will reduce your morale more and things like that. So it's another tactic they can play as opposed to just rolling the leadership and making them run backwards. But you're right. You can pincer move them and they're gone. And,
I just feel it was more balanced in 7th. That was all.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone said that about 7th, did they? It was just.
I didn't mind 7th.
It was only
there are
deployment
things I like
things.
about 7th.
It got me back.
Yeah, 7th wasn't as bad as people give it credit for. One thing that I fucking hated was the way 8th edition did terrain.
Oh my god.
That was hot garbage. 9th is so much better.
Yes.
So the way they changed it, where it's because, I mean, it's almost too customizable the way they do terrain now. Yeah. But as long as you and your opponent sort it out before the game, it's great. It's fine. I love it.
Yep.
So good.
Oversimplified in 8th. It was terrible.
Yeah.
So this one, it gives it characteristics, and you can make your battlefield different as well. It's not just it's a forest. It gives you herpes. What?
Now it's magic death forest. It's infinitely tall.
No, it's good. One thing I don't like, I was mentioned this before, is I don't like alpha strikes. I don't like forces having the ability for alpha strikes. It's just, you spend time putting your army together, spend time to get the beer in the fridge, and then the game could be over before you have a turn again. Well, shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's an element of terrain in that.
Yeah.
I feel I feel a lot of players don't use as much terrain as I think they should, and it means you can alpha strike them because you can see them at the start of the game.
Yeah.
So you just shoot them and you just blow them off the table.
Well, I've had two not big serious outs, right? The Tower, that's fly, so they don't care about vision.
Oh look, the
and the
Tower
other one's
jumping over
Harlequins.
people
Again,
who can
they don't
jump
care
over
about
terrain,
vision.
but I was just saying in general, there's a lot of players who complain about alpha strikes where they just playing on like fucking flat tables with
The
like
Savannah,
nothing on it.
Yeah. No,
And
I
you're
get
like,
trained down.
why?
One train
Why do
building
you
over
think
there.
you're getting shot? You're not hiding. You're standing in the fucking open. But
Yeah.
like there's a lot of armies that can do really fucked up alpha strikes right now, and some armies that just can't.
Yeah.
And if your opponent takes out your like half your army before you get a turn, what do you fucking do? You know, it's like the dog bomb lists. You know, when they could charge you in the first turn, and they're a melee threshing machine. How are you supposed to stop that? You don't get a turn.
Yeah, I was having a chat to Greg about that because obviously Tao's got one of those things. You get 3 Devilfishes, 3 Breacher squads of 10, and then you throw them in there, and then the Devilfish gets an automatic pre-game move of 9 inches. They then move. Then you spend 1 command point for up to 3 Devilfishes to be able to disembark. Then your Breachers move, and then they can shoot, but they can't charge. But then Breachers have got assault. If you're less than 8 inches away, they're assault 2, minus 2 AP, and then you throw in the Montcar, 1, 2, and 3. Then they get -1, so then you're already doing a -3 on 2 damage.
Yeah.
So you get 30. So you got 60 shots. Bam! There's half your units gone easily.
Plus the Devilfish shooting them as well.
And then the Devilfish shoots as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's 600 points.
Fucking Devilfish, man. If it wasn't bad enough that it was the Fish of Fury.
So yeah, we're discussing it. 600 points. Bam! Sure, they're the Suicide Squad, but the vehicles are going to tie up your squads pretty hard.
Yeah.
The damage they can do in that first turn is just... Yeah, so that's one thing. I thought they were trying to remove that sort of thing, because I don't think it's like, the Chaos Rhino with the Berserkers in it tactic, where they'd run off and then it gets blown up and then the Berserkers jump out, then they move and eat you. That's gone. So but to see that come out again, I went, oh man!
It comes back to that thing that sometimes I feel like they don't test these lists enough, because they seem to do things that they say they're trying to prevent.
Yeah.
And then they bring out a new codex and it does the thing they said they're trying to prevent.
But the thing is, that's a 1 command point. Surely that should be like a 3 command point if you're going to do it.
If it's going to work on 3 units, you'd think.
Yeah, but
like
it's
a lot
one
of other
command
armies, it'd be like 1 command point for 1 or 2 to 3 for 2 to 3 units. Like,
Correct.
There's a lot of variable cost command points.
Yeah.
And it actually says 1 point for 1 to 3 Devilfishes. It doesn't say 1/3. No, it's 1 command point.
Well, it's like it's like what fucking is it 1 or 2 command points for me to make one of my units fire twice?
Yeah. And I've got, if it's a Terminator, it's no longer 2 points; it's now 4 points. And It's so.
like,
There's another bit that they've gone a bit out of control with is stratagems.
Yeah, I was about to say it's both a love and a hate. I love the idea of stratagems, but there are so many of them, and so many of them are just auto includes. Like, your army must use this stratagem or you lose.
And there's so many of them that are auto exclude.
Yeah.
Never going to use that. All right, move that on. Why bother then? We better go back to a like. I like how you can customize chapters, seps, and things like that, and guards. So I don't have to be Catachan. I can have this tactic and this tactic. I think they're missing.
Custom chapter tactics are great.
Yeah.
Like, people abuse them, but they're great. They're so much fun to do cool shit.
Yeah.
Really
make it your own.
I kind of miss the old guard doctrines. I wish we could get those back.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we'll get something cool in the new codex, but I doubt it will be as cool as doctrines.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah. I do miss also when they used to have this, I think it was the Marine ones, you could choose 2 good ones, but you also had to choose 1 bad one.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to kill you
That's
all, but I'm going to drink wine while doing it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've got to
like,
pick a bad one yet. So
yeah, like back in the day, guard was like, no one can take. You couldn't take like all of this, or a lot of the auxiliary units, unless you picked them as a doctrine bonus,
Yeah.
and you got like 2 or 3 doctrine bonuses or something like that.
yeah, you had platoons, which also did things as well.
Yeah, like I remember I used to love taking the one that let you give normal guys carapace armor.
yeah, that's right. Yes.
They were grenadiers, I think it was. And you had to buy back your Olgrins, you had to buy back Rough Riders and stuff like that using doctrines.
Kanati Debe2, welcome to the channel. I hope I said that right. I have a tradition of murdering people's names. Don't know. Is it Val? Is it Val? There's another one. Thanks to Tao brought this up again. Oh my god, it's Tao. I tell you what, I got to play something else.
It's always
Seriously.
about the Tau, man.
Bloody towels.
I don't like that there is some things out there that you don't ever get to have a save against. Like the example is the big railgun. It's a -6 AP, D6 plus 3 damage plus 3 mortal wounds.
Plus 1 mortal wound because it's a heavy one.
Oh, Jesus.
No vulnerable saves allowed.
Really?
Correct.
Yep.
They made it a destroyer weapon.
Correct.
Yes.
That's okay. Hadn't actually looked at the change to that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't think there should be ever I never get to save. Imperial Guard, absolutely. They don't get to save anything because they're
I mean,
shots.
look, there used to be guns that did that, but they were like anti-Titan guns.
Yeah.
It's
It's
also
also
a strength
vulnerable.
14.
It's strength 14, heavy one.
Oh.
Yeah. That's how I lost
Nice.
Leon Russ in one turn.
And it's a 4+ to hit with a mark light, which drops it down to a 3+.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still needs line of
So-
sight.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So,
That's nasty.
yeah. I know mortal wounds were a bit out of control.
Yeah,
stuff
how
they
like
much
were.
damage does it do?
D6,
D6
plus 3.
with a mortal wound when it hits.
I thought it was 3 mortal wounds. You've
I
hit
thought
me
it
with
was
3 mortal wounds. You can do up to 12 damage in one shot.
Fucking hell.
That's nuts.
Wait, one caller.
To get that with the old destroyer rules, you
Yeah.
needed to hit them, then roll a 6, and then you would get D6 plus 6 damage. So like, that was hard to do
Yeah.
with an anti-Titan laser.
Thank you very much for the follow, Conati Debiteur. See, I think I stuffed it up the first time, but I got there sometime. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the show.
So it is 3 mortal wounds.
Told ya.
And
Because you
also-
hit me with it. I remember. I wake up in cold sweats because of it.
And then the heavy rail rifle is the smaller one of it.
Yeah.
It's 60 inches, heavy 2, strength 9, -4 AP, damage D3 plus 3, and 1 mortal wound when it hits. And then you've got the little
Oh
Pathfinder
yeah, so
guys.
that one's on the hammerhead. Then you got the battle suits who carry the mini one, and then you have troopers running around with their versions.
Yeah,
of it.
man, giving the troopers rail guns like
Alright.
fucking that stupid fucking game has a lot to like. Tau Fire Warrior, that 40k
Oh, that game!
FPS.
Oh my god,
That's
that game!
why. That's why they gave the infantry the railguns, because in that FPS you could get a railgun, and GW went, oh, that's a cool idea, and changed Tau's rules to let them have the infantry with railguns.
So
They didn't have it originally.
Oh, Zach! G'day, it's Zach. Okay.
So the Pathfinders
Can I
are the
do
ones
Zach, by
with
the way?
the rail rifles, 30-inch range, heavy 1, strength 8, -4, 3 damage flat, and a mortal wound.
Yeah, so they're better than Plaza. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's nuts.
It's nuts.
That's nuts.
It is. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah. Oh look,
It's just nuts. I don't think I have anything that could even remotely stand up to a couple of shots of that.
You can't. Well, especially the big
No.
one, which you've got the -6. -6
that's-
AP.
That's what I was saying, man. Like, fucking knights. What are knights going to do to that? There's just going to be so many mortal wounds flying at them.
Yeah.
So the only thing I would have would be
it.
anything that has quantum shielding. So yeah, as I say, the more damage
saves.
it does. No, it's not. It's not an invulnerable save. It's you do damage, you roll to see whether it actually gets through the shielding or not. That's the way it works. The more damage it is, the less chance of you getting through the shielding. Yeah. That would be the only thing I have that could remotely stand up to it. But then it couldn't return. It'd be wiped out eventually.
Yeah, it's brutal. So yeah, I know. I
Gaz
think
would be the only thing they'd be laughing at.
Yeah, I know. Gaz, he'd be going, bring more at Tickles. I think -6 AP is excessive. -4, okay, that's fine. No, you got a 2+ Terminator or a 2+ tank or something like that. You've got a chance of a 6. If you're in cover and stuff like that, but -6, there's nothing. Whether you're in cover, out in the open, twiddling your fingers, on the toilet, whatever, you're stuffed.
Yeah. Well, it's like you lost your shit when I fired that missile at you that ignored.
Oh my god!
And that was a one-shot weapon.
Yeah.
That cost a bunch of points and a command point to use its special ability. Tau can just do it.
Yeah, Tau just does it. How expensive is the Hammerhead?
145 points.
Oh, that's something we don't love. Let's just go there now, all right?
Yeah. So,
something we love. That we can have these arguments about Tau.
No. Within saying a thing, don't forget Be'lakor had that strength 14 sword that just chopped things in half easily.
Yeah, but that's
that ignored armor saving. Yeah, but they ignored saving throws and invons and everything like that as well.
He's a unique turbo demon, not just a generic tank.
Yeah, but the only problem is every time I've played Be'lakor, he's been shot off the table turn 1.
Yeah,
that's just it. He's got to get in close to someone to be able to do that. Tank Boy can sit at the back of the corner and go pew, 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 and you're screwed.
I think my point is anything over -4 AP is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Things I love. They've gotten really good about releasing all the codexes before doing a new edition. Do you know how many editions there were where not every codex came out? There were some editions where half the codexes came out.
Yeah, we bring up October.
Yeah. It was crazy. October. So it's quite phenomenal the speed at which they knock out codexes now. I know I was just complaining about how they don't test them enough. But they release them really quickly.
they're really quick about putting up an errata and FAQ. So
actually they are.
Well, they actually do erratas and FAQs. They never used to do that kind of shit. That's a really good change.
Yeah. I do like how they released points differences a week after the Custodes book was released. Here's your we need to fix your points after a week.
So I'm actually just looking at the Codex roadmap, and from what we had, apparently that was coming out in November, December, and January, and they were pretty close to their marks. They were only slightly off, so that was pretty.
Considering the challenges of the world, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And so that's pretty good. Something I'm like, they're actually playing around with the paints and coming up with so many different ways to do different things. It's no longer just here are your 3 levels of paints. Stiff shit if you don't want to use that. You got your contrast, your dries, your airs, and all the funky little weird shit that's coming out. The technical paints that are coming out, I'm loving those. And the fact that you can do so many different things for them besides what they're, I think, supposed to be doing, that's great. I think they're really catering to the I like the paint part of the game.
They've made some phenomenal strides with their paint range. So many cool things. They've added different variants of the washes and stuff. You can get gloss null oil or normal null oil. So many cool options like that.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy good. I like what they've done to the paint range. It's so good. They're very expensive, but they're so good.
They are. Only some of them you lose half the pot when you knock it over. So that's better instead of nearly all the ones I used to use.
I was so proud I was not part of that club until recently. Dang it.
I almost dropped a whole black contrast almost into my chair. It was just like, oh, I caught it. Oh, thank God.
I did night haunt gloom over my desk. And it's like, well, That's a $12 one.
And it haunts you every night.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So how did you go against the tower again? Just remind me.
I'm going to work it out. And as I said, it's one of the reasons I love the game. I'm going to work out how I can defeat Tau. I'm still going to work out how to defeat Harlequins.
There'll be 20 wins to 1.
And once you hear about it...
And he's going to quit then. That'll be the day it all ends. That's it. I'm not playing anymore. I beat the Tower.
No, it'll be a new edition.
Season ends.
See, for me, it's the Tyranids. When I can beat the Tyranids, that's it. Fuck this shit. I'm going home.
Grey Knights is my bane. But Tower was challenging me. But I'll work them out.
Greg will show up to play you with his brand new sneakily painted Tau army of the Sept. Fuck you.
Damn it, my secret's out.
Well, I told him today I've just played around with the 2 Vanguard squadrons.
Yeah, he's telling me.
Into one.
Yeah, he's telling me. It's great. I'm awesome.
That'll learn you.
It's great. It's fine. I think the one thing I've learnt playing against Tower is don't let my viewers choose the army.
No, I reckon the viewers should choose your army.
Just never ask the internet to make decisions.
Yeah, I know.
They will make the worst decision possible just to fuck you.
I love you all, my followers. Don't leave me. But don't tell me what to do.
Don't ever trust users. Oh my god.
Yeah. The poll's going to come up with you need to play him with the Army McArmy face. Like,
it's good.
Yeah.
But that's the other part I do love about this is the community. I know there's some bad eggs out there, but generally, we don't deal with them. Piss off.
Screw them.
And I really enjoyed the Twitch that they're doing with the community that I've built up. Well, not that I've built up, that we've built up and stuff like that. It's great. The mixture of the different content creators as well, so you can catch up with them and stuff. It's really fun. The ideas that float around. It's just fun. You said it's that social part. I think yes, that costs. It is a fairly expensive hobby, but
yeah,
I think what we get out of it is pretty impressive. Yes. Yeah. Any other rules we love? What rules do we love? I actually like you have to roll the D who goes first, and you're stuck with going first. I think we had this briefly in the car on the way back. This one, I think it's fun because if you want to go second and you win the roll, shit.
See, I'm not a big fan of this.
Yeah. Well, you haven't lost a roll yet, though.
No, but I did like the 8th edition where if you rolled, you could choose to go first or second. Now it's
That's
like,
what I like.
You've won.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to go first.
I want to bring in the Age of Sigmar, the double turn.
I just don't think it would work in 40k.
I love it.
I do love it.
The reason
but I
why it
don't
works in
know if it
Sigmar,
would
but
work.
geez, I'd love to see some people lose their fucking shit because every little perfect plan that they had has just been disintegrated because they didn't get their turn to go next and the double turns happen. And I want to see the Super Trooper Wingies just sit in the corner and cry.
It does work well in Apox where every turn you re-roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I do like that in Apox.
Yeah, and even when you're shot, you still get to shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was nothing worse than putting a stomper on the field and everything is just gone. You've just gone, great, there's like 900 points just gone.
Yeah. Well, deserve to die.
Clip cop.
Yeah. Don't you love all the stuff? I haven't played it forever, so my opinion. So, one of our viewers who's with us at the moment, I haven't played it forever, so my opinion is probably rather dated. It looks as if the tower got so much needed buffs in the way some good stat lines. It is true, they did need a lot of help.
Yes.
But to me, it looks like the meta is heavily melee-oriented armies or ones with good maneuverability. I think this really highlights Tower's signature playstyle and will reward intelligent gameplay. Oh, Adam, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
But they still have big weaknesses. If you know what those big weaknesses, could you please tell me? No, look, and the tower did need a lot of love. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's no.
They were a joke for a very long time.
Yeah, like they had a massively outdated army. I feel like they've perhaps done the classic. The new codex is a bit overtuned compared to everything else.
But then we'll just get the creep back to equalise it, and everything will be overtuned there.
Yeah, the new craft world will come in, and then there'll be the new one, and everyone's going to be going craft world.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got the Drakari
Except for
coming
the
out.
Chaos Marines, that will finally come out, and people go, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, like meet the new codex, same as the old codex. Like they're always the new codex is almost always the best codex.
Yeah,
like, it's just the way Games Workshop do things.
Yeah. Yeah, Death Guard's had 2 books. So,
there are exceptions. Some codexes come out and they're hot garbage. It does happen, but usually the newer ones do better and older ones don't.
Well, the Necrons hasn't really been touched, and I've got to admit that's one I've been paying the most attention to. But they have not really been debuffed or underbuffed or anything really. They've been kept quite alone. Only minor changes to them. So the balance on that one seems to be okay.
Then still, if you go by tournament rules, they're not a top tier. Top tier is still Drakari. It's so top tier they got their own special category, a special tier. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But I reckon Tau's going to change the matter regarding that. I'm looking forward to see what happens in a tournament. Not that I play tournaments, but I'm just see what will happen. And then when it changes, everyone sells their Tau en masse. I love when that happens.
Oh, the wailing and gnashing of teeth when they changed how many buggies you were allowed to have in the Orc armies.
Yeah. If you want a Orc buggy out cheap, that was the time. Yeah, it was fun. All right.
But when they first introduced the rule of 3, there was a lot of very angry people then as well.
I like the rule of 3. I thought that was a good addition. I don't think it's in 9th edition anymore, though, is it?
Sorry?
I don't think it's in 9th. It was an 8th edition, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was saying, when they first introduced it, it was a similar thing. There was a lot of people like going, "Oh, I've got all this shit I can't use. I'm going to sell it. I'm fucking."
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's what you get for spamming bullshit, guys.
Yeah. If you want to play cheesy, pay the price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Never had any issues with the rule of 3.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah. It's fine. I never had 3 to do it with. So it was fine. Yeah. 3 Bane Blades? Yeah, sure. In one force. Yeah.
I've done it. I ran 3 Bane Blades as like a backup for my company one time in an APOC game.
APOC, yes.
Yeah. But maybe not a 2,000 point battle.
No, that was like probably a 10,000 point battle, if I'm honest.
We have been rambling for a while. Does anyone want to say anything else that they want to love or hate? I'm sure there's something else. There was.
I do like the new codex. How you even noticed it the other day. You went, "Oh, it's got a name generator."
Yeah.
You know, it's good. You can customize your thing. And while I don't like where the Crusade Army rule set is,
I was going to say that too. Yeah, put the Crusade at the back.
Yeah, put the Crusade Army list at the back, but it's got something so you can actually build and play a Crusade instead of, bumbling around and making things. It has, helpful hints how to do a Crusade Army. So the codexes themselves, they've actually thought about how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. I do like the roll a dice or create the things. What color is the sky today? Oh, that's your first character's name. It's good imaginative.
Weather effects. Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice how Games Workshop have kind of taken steps towards encouraging people to play in more than one fashion.
Yeah,
and that's what I want to talk about.
They don't just push tournament play. Like they've got like the whole, different ways to play. Are you playing match play? Are you playing, narrative play? Like, all the different. They've got lots of different rule sets.
Yeah,
it's cool that there's all those options for so many different types of players.
Yeah.
And you also got to consider now there's so many different ways to play. They're trying to make it so the super casual game with the short kill team games, or you've got the APOC, or they're trying to make it so it's available for people who do have the ability to blow a weekend away, or they've only got an hour and a half. It's it's a commercial decision, but it's smart because it enables more people to play the game.
And not all their commercial decisions are great. Who's got the candles? Why I'd want to smell like a cat and gents.
Or the towel candle.
Or the towel in a piece.
I'm going to be
They
glad
don't
that I
have
don't know
noses.
about those. Glad I don't know about those.
Oh, you don't? I'll send you a link to a review. It's awesome.
Oh, God.
I think their favourite one was the niche one. So, you know.
Is the Slanesh one a soy-based candle?
Anyway.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
sure there's other stuff. Look, we do love playing the game. It is... We've done it for a while.
Yeah.
There are times that they do annoy us, for sure. So we've got a comment. Perhaps I'm a little biased and literally just sold my towel. Oh, no!
Oh,
A couple of weeks ago.
Oh, nuts.
However, I think something like Goff Pressure Orcs could present an issue for the towel, or anything with a similar playstyle, but just speculating, it's very new. Yeah, and it's a new codex, so I've got to work out how to play against it. And what's upsetting me is Adam's still learning how to play towel, and he's still kicking my ass. So, shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to know when he knows how to play towel.
Remember how many games I won in my first Necron games? It took a while for someone to take it out. So it's beginner's luck. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, we've got to learn. Yeah, that's a good
We'll get
thing.
cocky.
Yeah, it's not as easy buying every codex as it used to be when they used to be $20 each. But yeah,
Yeah. Bit hard.
still love it. Anything else, boys and girls and others?
no.
No. Okay. All right. That was exciting. That was something I was trying to remember, but I was buying time. You were meant to talk while I recalled what it was. It was beautiful.
Ah.
Bastards! Come on.
Just look over and just put your.
Oh, I do
Things
like
we
how
focus
they
on.
it's that they control the detachments. It's not those crazy detachments that they had in 7th. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun in 7th edition Apocalypse, though. Some of the formations they had.
Yeah.
I liked that.
I'll have to try APOC one day.
APOC
Yeah,
is
I haven't played
April.
the new Apocalypse,
Oh
but
man,
I've heard
we'll line one
it's
up.
good.
It's fun. It really is good.
Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah, one day. I think I've got enough bronze that I could probably do it.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to have a whole lot of vehicles. You can still use troops as well. It is fun if you've got more vehicles.
You can
of
go
course.
to 500 points if you want. APOC.
Yeah.
Power level.
pretty
Could be
okay.
power level, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Anyway, alright. So I think we all agree we like it. It's here
Yeah.
to stay.
We're still here.
Yeah.
Still spinning the crack.
Wonderful. Alright, so we'll sign off. We'll stop our rambling here. Because we've got nothing else to ramble about. That's not true. But we'll stop anyway. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us tonight on the chat. Isabel and of course Brian Hill, thank you for the subscription. Kanati Debatur, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you cleaned yourself
He'll
up.
let me know later. He'll let me know later if he didn't.
Wonderful. What have we got coming up? We do have not that. The best painted is coming
Oh yeah,
up.
when did we find out that? Are we finding that out on the day?
Yeah,
The
we're
award?
finding out
Okay.
on... Yeah, so the award night is coming up. It's the first Saturday, I think, of next month. It's
5th
been
of
to
March.
the 5th of
There you
March.
go. Someone knows 5th of March.
5th
5th of March. So, for all the people who did vote, you will actually find out. You can't vote now. Ignore what it says there. You cannot vote
Suck
at the
in.
moment, but you will find out. It will probably be through a Instagram more than a Twitch stream because of the beer and Republic.
And we might need to cull some things out.
So that is on the 5th of March. You'll get to find it. I have been harassed. I've been asked politely many times on the Twitch stream, when is it? When is it? Have I missed it? Have I missed it? So no, you have not missed it. 5th of March is when we'll announce the winners. It's very exciting. It is very exciting. The votes were, a couple of them were really clear winners. A couple of them were really tight. So it's actually quite an interesting night. So I'm hoping everyone will be there.
Yeah.
It's
Should be
gonna
good.
awesome. Until then, it is what? What have we
Late.
got coming up this weekend? What have we got this weekend?
Nothing this weekend.
After this weekend?
Weekend after, isn't it?
Weekend
Yeah,
after is
well-
Last Painter Standing.
Yes.
The last Sunday of the month. Yes.
Yes.
We'll be bringing back that. That'll be the first one for the year. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's exciting. Next Monday, I have multi-stream with Necron Warriors playing Gladius. Apart from that, Tuesday and Thursdays, I'll be here on the stream for Hobby Night, of course. You can find me here, guys. Would you like to brand anything of your own? No.
I do have my Instagram, which is totally and utterly not supported very well at the moment, so I'm not even going to bother there.
Excellent.
If you know me, you'll find it. You might see the occasional painting put up there.
Sorry, Adam, you've got your own thing that you just talked about, Instagram?
Instagram, it's Pronto 40k, I think it is. You're just...
We're so professional. It's all right. I can't remember mine at the moment. It's great. Oh, Red Belly Black. At Red Belly Black. Oh, my God.
No, I'm not.
I did forget. And hopefully we'll get some more content up on our YouTube. I think I haven't put up the last 2 or 3 episodes of Wobbly Player on YouTube, so we better fix that. Whoops. Anyone wants to do any editing, put up your hand, please.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for our Astra Militarum videos to get so I can clip them and put them into a video.
Yeah, and there will be a rematch of Tower versus something soon. He's going to go overseas soon, so we're going to have to try and squeeze it in before that happens, no doubt.
Yes.
Fair enough.
We're also trying to get the Great Wobbly Crusade. I think it's classed for 2022.
Yep.
So we've got a plan to try and start the 10-month crusade over 10 months, starting on the 1st of March. So yeah.
Yeah, and we'll keep you updated how that's going. I think there was some talk. Some of the people are intrigued if we can make it an international thing, so people might be able to just join in and send in results and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Why not?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Why not, indeed? Unless they're Tau players.
Or Smurfs.
Yeah.
Smurf players.
That's it. We'll have a Tau versus Ultramarine. Yeah.
Except for the Tau players and the Smurf players.
Yeah. And all the other
And the
ones.
Manly supporters.
And Broncos supporters. Only fair.
All right, we should sign off before it gets too deep. So it is a good night from me. You can catch me again, always on Tuesday, Thursday nights, as I just said, on this channel. There you go.
Yeah.
Mark, say goodbye.
Remember Rule 1 and Rule 0. Don't be a dick, guys. Have fun.
Adam.
What happens if I am Rule 1?
And don't be Rule 0.
Oh, okay, cool. Good night, all.
Take it away, Radio Mike.
So, what's love got to do with it? Well, all's fair in love and Warhammer, but clearly we're not a fan of some things. But we do love the system and the hobby, I guess, after a fashion. But join us next month for more complaining on Wobbly Player Syndrome!